Yeah, hello everyone, and welcome to another season of our podcast, Value Investing Talks. And this season, it will be much better with new guests, new topics, and even in the video format. My name is Eugene Alexeev, and with a decade of experience, and I'm now the investor and I'm managing several companies. And today, our guest is George Gabriel, who is the fantastic guy. And today we will speak with him about the luxury real estate market in Dubai and investing in Dubai in general. Hi, George. Nice to see you after so much time.
Hi, Eugene. Pleasure to meet you as always. So hope everything is fine. Thank you for the wonderful introduction.
Thank you for being on this podcast today. And for our audience and for people who listen us in the first time, could you please say some words about yourself, about your experience, and we will start discussing our topic.
I'm George Gabriel. I have been living in Dubai for over 13 years now. I myself is an investor in real estate, and also I run a company called Benmark Real Estate. And we also are partnering with Eclat, a French luxury real estate brand. Hopefully, we would be in partnership soon. And my expertise and our expertise goes to consult with investors from international destinations who are looking at Dubai as a potential market for diversifying their investment opportunities. And we predominantly consult in real estate investments in Dubai, as Dubai is growing rapidly and expecting to double its population by 2040. We are helping all these international investors to make the right decisions and be well informed and secure and diversify their investments.
Thank you so much for the intro. I hope our listeners will find this podcast useful. And today our topic is quite interesting, I would say, both for international and I would say local investors as well, because as you said, Dubai is growing so fast. And when you showed me the videos and when I dig deep and do the research, it is fascinating how everything evolved so quickly in the last couple of decades. But today's our topic is the plan for Dubai in several decades, 50 years, and their vision for 2040. My first question to you is now, why do you think it's important? What do you think we need to know more about this plan of the government for 2040? How it will help us to just to be in the context, I would say.
That's a good question, Eugene. Now, Dubai has come up with a Vision 2040 and also has an extensive program for the next 50 years in terms of new infrastructure for the Dubai's growth. Now, to support its ambitious growth plans, Dubai is investing heavily in infrastructure. When I say infrastructure, it's not just the real estate part of it, the infrastructure of the roadways, the connectivity through metro stations and metro lines, and also inter-province connectivity through Emirates and Etihad Rail. Now, there will be major upgrades to the transportation network, right? Not limited to metro stations, but also bus systems and high-speed rail connections across the country. Now, Dubai's airports and seaports are also being expanded to handle the increased traffic. Now, additionally, the city is working towards becoming a leader in the digital infrastructure and including, I would say, the 5G and the next-gen connectivity, which will again support the real estate and business sectors in Dubai.
Really interesting. And I also would like to add here that it's not only like the vision or the ideas with the brainstorm, etc. So it's basically the approved document, which you can go on the local and government websites and find. So basically it's approved by the government. And basically the whole plan of the building, whole plan of the moving the country to the specific direction is already there. So it's not like the talks about that. My next question here is more connected to the investment opportunities here for the investors and particular people who are interested in investing in this type of real estate. So just a quick number. So when I analyzed the market, so basically we as an investor can just compare all the investments between different geographies. This is usually what investors in real estate do. And we have the real estate market in these big cities like New York, London, Monaco, Hong Kong. And actually, when I analyzed, I saw that right now the return on investment in Dubai is much higher than at any of these similar cities. And do you think, is it just because the specific infrastructure which is building, or maybe with the specific laws, or maybe with this plan? So what do you think is the reason for that? And do you think it will still be the same after a certain period of time?
Let me answer your question in two parts. One, about the increase of return of investment compared to other cities. And the second part, the prices or the kind of square footage one can buy in major cities compared to Dubai for a specific amount of money, right? Now, the first part of the question, why is Dubai giving out a lot of return on investment or higher return of investment? Is because the demand for housing in the market is high compared to the supply of the market. Now, what is contributing to the demand in the market is increase in population. Now, in the last 3 years post-COVID, the percentage of people moving into Dubai and making Dubai their home is in double digits. It's upwards of 10% of increase in population every year that we have seen in the last 4 years. Now, last year, 2023, we have seen a total of 285,000 people who have moved into the country and called Dubai their home. Now, this is based on a 3 million current population. We are already looking at 9% of population increase from last year to this year. And this is only going to increase. Now, when there is 85,000 people coming into Dubai, does Dubai have the infrastructure, the residential and the commercial infrastructure to house them? Clearly, we do not have the current requirement for these people to be accommodated. So the demand is high. When the demand is high, the prices of the rentals are higher. Now, for example, an investor from London have bought a 2-bedroom apartment in one of the prime locations like downtown or Dubai Marina or any residential complex. He would have maybe bought it for $1 million to 1.5 million dirhams, roughly $300 to $550, $600. And today, the return or annual rental return on these 2-bedroom apartments is upwards 220,000 dirhams. That's almost 75 to 80,000 US dollars. Now, you can imagine for someone to invest 600,000 US dollars and to make 70,000 US dollars, because the market is so saturated, there is no supply. This is the city, this clearly proves that this city gives you high return on investment. And not to forget, this city is tax-free. So you do not pay income tax on the rental return. That also increases the percentage of your return. Because say today in London, you pay up to 38 to 40% in income tax. So if you are making the same kind of rental return, annual return in London, but you would have to take away 40% that you would pay in taxes. So that is why other cities where you pay heavy taxes, the return is less. Hope this answered the first part of your question.
Yeah, definitely. I think it will be so useful for our listeners and viewers as well. I would also point out here that while doing the research looking for different investment opportunities in Dubai as well. Yeah, I definitely agree. This is quite a huge opportunity there. And while you were answering the question, I understood that it's not like the economy, real estate, or maybe economy class people, I would say, who come to Dubai. So basically, it's upper middle class, or actually luxury. So basically, when we are speaking about the plans of the government for 2040, like from 3 to 5 million, So it's important to remember that it's not like the people with the ordinary income. It is high growth wealth individuals who consider their lives in this location and would like to maybe open some business there and have enough resources to move their family, to add some value to the country and to the general market, I would say.
That's a valid point, Eugene. And I would, agree with you in terms of the classification of investors and employees and business owners who are moving to Dubai and, the luxury, ultra high net worth individuals and high net worth individuals. But also today, once you have moved to Dubai, even though you come here just to make a living, work for a company, you still can see Dubai as a city is much more affordable compared to major cities like New York, London, Singapore, Sydney, Melbourne, and so on. Because today, the average salary or an average pay for a blue collar work or a white collar work, worker is pretty much enough for them to have a sustainable lifestyle in Dubai. Because the burden of not paying taxes helps them to combat and to make up for the inflation in the market as well. And today, most of the house owners are not ultra high net worth individuals or millionaires and billionaires. It's the common man, the common person who have moved to Dubai for work or just to start a small scale business. But today, even for them, the real estate is much more affordable, and that is why we see a population growth. Because if it is a city where people only come to make money and have a specific commercial goal attached to their immigration, you would see people moving out of the city. There would be, the same percentage of people moving in, moving out every year. But Dubai is retaining those people who are moving in and making their, to stay back and call Dubai a home is the only reason they are able to afford the lifestyle in Dubai. It's luxury, but affordable luxury. And you also have ultra luxury, which is for people to splurge and have their fantasies fulfilled. Now, quickly, let me address the second part of your question, which is a comparison of what you could buy in major cities to Dubai. Now, as you would see that in major cities like Hong Kong, New York, London, for a value of 1 million US dollar in a prime location. When we say it's a prime property in a prime location, the amount of square footage or square meters that you could buy, say, let's take Monaco, which is the lowest in terms of the square footage you could get for $1 million, you would only get 16 square meters or 200 square feet. Where in Hong Kong, it's 22, New York, 31, Paris is 46 square meters, even, Berlin is 73, Mumbai, 100, but in Dubai, you get 143 square meters. That's 1,500 square footage, which easily can accommodate a beautiful 3-bedroom apartment.
I think it's a really good value proposition for most of the people, and people who are looking for at the same time the good opportunities and the really growth city, which will eventually become better and better over the time. And I also have the questions in terms of like value investing, because we all know this quote from Warren Buffett that you need to really understand in what you're investing and know your circle of competence. But one of the points while you invest in the specific asset class is to look at this track record. And speaking about the track records, why do you think it is going to be this way? So basically, can you look through the different numbers of how this eventually grew from over the time, starting from 1990s, or how can we evaluate that the result will be as planned?
Great, that was a good question. So for people to understand why is Dubai and what has happened in the last few decades, what has really changed in Dubai, I guess this video will be a good answer for them. Now, what basically this video shows is today we are in 2022, 23, 24, and this is the current topography of Dubai. Now, this is your Dubai International Airport, and this is your Palm Jebel Ali and Palm Jumeirah, Dubai Marina, and the new Al Maktoum International Airport. But this is 2022. But if we just go back to 1985, which is literally 30 years, this was Dubai International Airport, and this particular part. And here stops Dubai. And you can see slow and steady in 2000, Dubai is still in the old part of where we saw. And in 2000, you can slowly see the improvement of infrastructure. And come 2002, Palm Jumeirah is shaping up. And come 2008, you have the Palm Jebel Ali, which is completed, and the Al Maktoum International Airport in Dubai South that is completed. And from there, all we could see is rapid growth. So literally from 2000 to 2022, this is the growth of Dubai. Now, I have not seen any other country that has grown from nothing to such a massive city in less than 25 or 30 years. That itself proves what the government of Dubai and the leader of Dubai has a vision for a city like Dubai in terms of it's a desert in the middle of the world, literally. We do not grow paddy, we do not grow wheat, we do not grow corn. But today, we are able to provide a population of over 3.5 million people with anything that you would want in your fingertips. Now, that is what Dubai promised and delivered and is promising for the next 50 years and beyond and will deliver. So these are things that people cannot make up. These are real facts, real growth that you could see in front of your eyes.
Really amazing. And when I first saw this video, I was really surprised about that and how everything is going rapidly, and understanding that this is already approved for the next 50 years is quite fascinating, and even more things to come to be built. And I'm not talking, as you said in the beginning, about the specific types of the real estate, right? But it's also the logistics, the schools, different resorts, the other types of activities, and all the services which will be across these real estate. We understand the point that it is growing, it is delivered in this certain way. There are huge opportunities. Where would you advise foreign or local investment to focus in terms of their specific types of real estate? Should it be like the commercial, residential, maybe just for houses, any other types of real estate, or maybe businesses? What are your thoughts about that here?
In terms of investors, international investors who are looking to enter Dubai market, my advice would be to follow the mobility path that is put in place by the Dubai government, which is the expansion of Dubai Metro, a development of a new airport, or improvement of road networks, which will have a profound impact on that particular region. Now, today, the hot destination that is continuing to develop is Dubai South and the expansion of the Expo 2020 site. If people who have come to Dubai when the Expo 2020 happened in 2021, people will understand the location and the community that is currently available in the Expo 2020 site, and also the enhancement that is being implanted in the Dubai Creek Harbor, which is a newer project by the shore, which is waterfront community in terms of residential. And that is one location, because these are the corridors that follow the future expansion plan of world's largest airport, or the expansion of Dubai Metro, or the improvement of road networks that are going to give you the impact of capital appreciation and the right locations to invest. Now, as you look at Dubai South, which is the new airport, we are not just talking about the residential communities, because it is close to the Dubai Investment Park and Jebel Ali Port, which is the major industrial and the commercial hub of Dubai. People also will have commercial corridors to invest in, because commercial real estate is also a major asset class when a real estate investor is looking to diversify their portfolio. Because a strategic investor would not just buy studios and one bedrooms and three bedroom apartments and
Yeah.
residential units, but they will also diversify their investments in the commercial real estate and the industrial real estate sector. Now, Dubai South in the next 20 to 30 years has good promises of deliverance in terms of the portfolio itself, both commercial and residential. And of
Yeah.
course, waterfront properties are of high demand, because today in Dubai, there is only 70 kilometer of shoreline and communities that can be a waterfront community. Now, as you can see behind me, the World Island is going to be a pure commercial and a residential property focused on attracting tourism, where you would see hospitality sectors. Now, to my left, you can see the Palm Jebel Ali, which is also a commercial and a mixed-use community where you will have five-star hotels, luxury villas, affordable apartment, buildings, and also you will have commercial offices and commercial retail spaces. Now, all these shoreline that you see behind me are already saturated. So with the limited supply of waterfront or shoreline properties, that is also one of the most important asset class an investor should be considering. And for me, I would bet my money on Palm Jebel Ali, which is not a short-term investment strategy. It's a long-term investment strategy. Today, you could secure a good apartment or a villa at a very affordable and inexpensive cost price. And after 15, 20 years, when the entire island is complete and saturated, you are sitting on a gold mine. And same goes to the world islands as well. Today, you would be able to invest in hospitality properties, projects, and also in tourism projects and in residential projects in World Island, which again is going to give you a huge capital appreciation in the next 10 to 15 years' time. So this would be my advice. In short, to summarize, follow where the growth of infrastructure is. And we have been advising a lot of our international investors, because we have everyday conversation with the authorities, get briefed on what is the future plan of the Dubai. We understand what areas and communities will be beneficial and a valuable investment strategy for our international investors.
I think for people who would like to learn more, it is better to go on the original official websites and look through the prospectus and all these things, and just look on the trends. And just from that video, we can see that how this actually evolved through the course of the years, and it will, I think, develop in the future as well. But my question here also in terms of the law regulations, or maybe additional tax regulations, what are your thoughts about that for the nearest future? Are there will be still some tax benefits over the long term? Because here we are talking not about short-term or middle-term investing. It's investing up to 10, 15, 20, or even more years. And do you think there will be any drastic changes to this type of the deal?
Very good question, because today people come to us and say, hey, it's okay, today Dubai is tax-free, and 6 years ago you introduced value-added tax of 5%, and now you've introduced commercial tax for businesses who are making over $100,000 in profit, that they would have to pay from their profit. Now, how sure that the income tax and the capital appreciation tax will not be implemented in Dubai? Now, we should consider the facts. People can say anything and everything, but let's talk factual. Now, is Dubai going to give you citizenship like other countries or European countries or American or North American countries do, where you go invest in that country, that specific country gives you citizenship because people would want a stronger passport. And UAE is one of the top 5 passports to hold today based on the passport index in the world, right? But Dubai will not give you citizenship. People have been speculating about citizenship. There has been a lot of talks that Dubai might come up and give you a citizenship, but today it is not available. You cannot buy a citizenship. You cannot naturalize to be a citizen in Dubai. And at least in the next 15 to 20 years, we don't see any form of government initiatives or government announcement for citizenship. Now, when you are not a citizen of a country, what is the other benefit that you look at? The other benefit you look at is tax exempts and tax benefits. Now, that is exactly what Dubai has been providing, and these are facts. You get your 10-year golden visa, which is renewable, but you will never have the privileges and the power a citizen would have in Dubai. This is a fact. But what does the government give you for being a 10-year resident? You do not have to pay income taxes, and you are choosing Dubai to make your business headquarters and you're making money. So the government also have to be benefited. That is why you pay a very nominal fee of commercial tax of 9%, wherein, if you compare other developed cities, you're paying upwards 30%, 25%, 28% as commercial taxes and income taxes, correct? But you do not pay it here. Now, tomorrow, for example, Dubai comes up and say, hey, we are going to give you citizenship and you would enjoy all the benefits that you're enjoying today and much more. I don't think anybody would shy away from not paying taxes. They'd happily pay tax because for not paying tax today in Dubai, you get the best lifestyle that any city or country could offer to you. Now, if I'm going to get a better city, a better, living lifestyle, I'm going to get better security because Dubai is one of the safest country in the world. And if I'm going to get everything tenfolds better, I personally wouldn't mind paying taxes for a city that gives me citizenship. Now, this is the only argument that anybody would tell you why Dubai will continue to trend as a tax-free country. And even if you are to expect in the next 20, 30 years, you get the best passport in the world and you're going to be one of the best, a citizen in the best country in the world. Hope this answered your question.
Yeah, definitely. I think it is very great argument for people who are just thinking in terms of whether this location is better or not. And it is really great. I also had one of the last questions. What are your thoughts or any additional pieces of advice which you would give to the person who is considering this type of opportunity? Or maybe what are the points where the person should look at in order to understand the whole picture and to make the final decision for him or herself?
Now, new investors should start by thoroughly researching the market, which is focused on areas with strong infrastructure development and future growth potential, and the kind of government plans for that specific location. And diversification is a key. Now, when you consider investing in Dubai, always look at a mix of luxury properties, mid-range properties, affordable properties, commercial properties, and retail properties. So this will help you to leverage your diversification of your portfolio and also the kind of growth and the capital appreciation and the returns these projects would give you. Rather putting all your money in one single basket, please diversify. And also take leverage of the local expertise by talking to reputable real estate consultants, being updated on the legal and regulatory changes, and what are the kind of investment opportunities that the city has to offer. These local expertise and the local experts will give you those information. So please do talk to local experts. And always consider long-term investments, especially in areas that are going to be benefited from the vision of the government, like Vision 2040's infrastructural projects, or the Vision 2050, 50 years down the line, the plans by the government for the country. Please always look at long-term investments. And the last point is, please do take your time, come to Dubai and visit Dubai. Look at the infrastructure, see it for yourself on what is happening in Dubai. Read the news, you would understand the statement is true. Habibi, come to Dubai.
If anyone is interested in more information, we can just point your contact details in the description, anywhere where you're watching or listening. Or if you have any other type of questions, please feel free to write them in the comments. But thank you so much for having the time and explaining to our audience and to me exactly as well the plan for the Dubai for 2040. And I hope that it was really useful for our audience and new investors as well. Thank you so much. See you next time, and stay tuned.
Thank you, Eugene, and thank you, audience, for listening to us, and hope we see you in Dubai and our podcast has helped you to make a well-informed decision in some way or the other. Thank you very much.